Welcome to DataBiome channel as part of Fabric series. Today we are going to understand about the time travel concept. Time travel concept has become quite popular these days. So if you see across Databricks, Snowflake, BigQuery, and many other modern warehouse or lakehouse, you will see this concept. And when I say time travel, it means traveling back in time and see a state of any table. In case of Microsoft Fabric, time travel is possible in Lakehouse, SQL Analytics, Endpoint, Mirror databases, and Warehouse. So let's understand. This is my new workspace, Lakehouse Time Travel. And what we are going to see first is how time travel happen in case of Lakehouse item. So let's create a Lakehouse. We will click on new item and we will create a Lakehouse. So let's say time travel. Okay. So this is basically Lakehouse. Now what we are going to do first is we are going to create a table with the help of a table shortcut. So we just click here and click on new table shortcut. We will click on one lake. And now I will select PySpark demo lakehouse. Next, select the pass-through identity. And then we will see lots of Delta Parquet tables. We will just choose this table and click on next and click on create. As soon the table is created, you can see this icon at the top corner, top left corner, that it's a shortcut. And in every Delta Parquet table, there is an underlying Delta log. So if I click on these three dots, or I can, if click on the directly here, you have this option of seeing file view here. And in this file view, you can see there are multiple versions that are already present. Okay. When we say Delta Parquet format, there is something called Delta log as well. And Delta log, as the name suggests, is something that is keeping a track of different versions, whatever got created. So whenever I do any update, insert, delete, if I do any kind of vacuum operation, if I change table properties like enabling change data feed, then a new version got created. So I will just go to my Lakehouse. And what I'm going to do now, there's something interesting. Let's go inside Delta log and see. So if I click on Delta log, I will see these JSON files. And each of these JSON file will capture the operation being performed to create that version. What I mean, let me open fifth. And you need to click here, format content. Then you will see the better formatted way. You can see the operation here is delete and the operation parameter, the predicate is P099. So basically we have deleted the P099 property ID from the data. And the other fields you will see, if I just go down here and see everything, then you have size, text, stats, and other fields as well. Okay. So copied, number of removed bytes, number of removed files, number of deleted rows, you can see everything here. And of course the time and all. This is Unix timestamp. So you need to convert into UTC to understand what exactly is the timestamp. Great. Now, if I want to see another entry, let me just go here and you can see it's a shortcut. That's why create or replace table as select. But if I go in the sixth version, you can see the table properties. I have enabled the change data feed on this table. You can see the true. Yeah, using the alter command on an existing table we have done. We can do like this, okay? And change data feed is nothing but for incremental changes. So if you want to get the same view, there is one option. So what I can do, I can click on here, new Spark SQL query. And I can just say describe history as the best way of reading the delta log data. And why it's important, we will come back shortly in respect to time travel. So I will just say dbo.branch properties and let's run this command. When I run first time, it's a cold start, the cluster being in a provision. So that's why it will take some more time. But once I run this, it becomes a bit fast because there is no call start, right? So what this command will do, it will show you all the versions, the timestamp when that version is created along with other metadata. And this is the best way of understanding about your delta table history. Yeah. So now 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 8 versions total, started from 0. If you create a new table, because we have created a shortcut, a table shortcut, that's why you can see the existing version created bit before. But if you create a new table, it will be only the 0 version you will find. And it will be right. Okay. Now, if you go here and click here, you can see this right panel open. That's a good feature. And if we click here again, I can just click on this arrow and can see the partition by is empty list. So we are not partition the data so far. Now, if I go here and see, it's enabling same thing which we have seen in the delta log JSON files. Basically, each of the versions will capture, and along with that, which job or notebook has done that, you will see those options. If I scroll right side a bit, you will see a read version, isolation label that control the concurrency, it's serializable, operational matrix. Again, you can click here and see everything, and runtime as well. Okay, so what is important thing is time travel is possible because it read this log. So when you give any version, so you can do time travel either using version or using timestamp. First of all, remember there are two way of doing time travel in Lakehouse. It's not true about other items, but for Lakehouse, you can either use version or timestamp. One key thing to remember is the timestamp, if you see here, is it's not showing the milliseconds. So if you give the exact timestamp, you will not see this version data. You will see the previous version data. Reason is, as I said, there are milliseconds as well, but Fabric won't show, unfortunately. That creates some time confusion, and I will show you that. Okay. So how to do time travel? Two-way. I will just go here and say select star from TPO dot bronze properties version as of. Okay, this is the first way. So we can use version as of, and I can say 6. So if I say 6, we have enabled the table properties. But let's give fourth, because fourth will have P099 data, and fifth we have deleted, so fifth won't have. Okay, so let me just give fourth. Right, so if I go here, and I can also say where property ID equal to P099. Okay, let me just run this query. Remember, you will be able to run only single query. You have to comment the other query. It won't work. It's not like the warehouse SQL interface are creating like this currently. You can see the data. Now, if I change the version to 5, there will not be any data, because in fifth, we have deleted this. Yeah, there is nothing here. So what time travel enable? If you think now, you can go back in time and understand everything about your data. Let's just comment this out and let me run history. The key thing to remember here is I have currently using the version. Okay. Now version is straightforward, but timestamp is a bit confusing. Why? Let's see that option again now. So I will just open a new Spark SQL query so that I can show you the both things. Okay. What we're going to do, we are going to now do time travel. So I will say select start from and TPO dot bronze properties, and I will say timestamp, and then I will give timestamp now. So version as of, timestamp as of. Simple. Now, if I just show you this version, here, and I say like this. Oops, don't get copy. So I will come again one more time and copy here like this. It's easy. And now if I just do like this and run this, so you will see the P099 data exists here. The reason I told you, it didn't include the milliseconds. And how to confirm that? Of course, okay, let me just give you where conditions. Let's do got it confirmed. So if I just go here, you can see the data quality as well using the inspect. That's a great feature again. Okay, so I need to just close this. Yeah, fine. So you can use inspect to see the data quality as well. This is nice. It really helps in checking what kind of data you have received. And I will say P099, right? Okay, you can see fifth version, we have given a timestamp and it's showing the P099 data. Why? Because there is some milliseconds being there, right? Now, what will we do? We will just change this to 41 because we want to exceed that time, right? And see the next version. And now it will show you. It will not show you the P099 got deleted because we have given 1 minute more than that, and you can see the data is not there. Let's see what will happen if I give a timestamp like this, because this is already this is the first person we have created, right? What error will come? Let's see first. So when I run this, as I said before, there is some millisecond that is missing, and you will see the data here. Okay, so the provided timestamp is before the earliest version available to this table, 0.217. So once I add 0.217, the millisecond, it will work. It will show you the first version. You need to remember this always. And that also depends on retention period, how much the data will be retained. If you have run vacuum, that will also impact this data, whatever you will see here. So keep those things in mind. We have seen how time travel works, and since we have enabled the change data feed, of course, what we can do, so we can do something interesting. What else we can do? I can do like this. If I want to see the difference between, so I will say changes, and then I can give my table name. So tbo dot branch properties, and then I can give the version number. So if I give the difference, suppose between 4 to 5, right? We have deleted one row. So I will say 4. If I don't give anything, it will take till the latest one, okay? And if I give like this, it will show you the incremental. What is the difference between the two? And you can see that P099 row shortly. But we got error. Why? Because we're getting change as data not recorded for version 4. Okay, we have enabled change feed later. My bad. So we cannot do like this when we have enabled which version 6. So 6 to 7 you can do. So I can say, but it's good that we are able to see the error, and the error will come in JSON format. You will see the difference between the 6th and 7th P077. Why? Because in the 7th one, we have written the data. Yeah, we have added a new row. So we have output rows you can see here. Change feed also help if you want to replicate data to third-party system, if you want to build any kind of logic where you need to know incremental changes on your table, you can do like this. Fine. We have seen how time travel work in Lakehouse. There is another important metadata command that you should remember. And what is that? That is describe detail. Describe detail, and I will just give dbo dot run properties. And if I run it, you will see most of the data about your delta table. Let me show you. You can see the delta, the ID, the name, the location, and Panic location. What I mean, created at, last modified, you can see it 75606Z. And then we can see partition column list, number of files, 3, the minimum reason. There are some properties that you can see, and so quite useful when you want to see the metadata again. And there is third one is show table properties. Now there is something different what you will see here compared to Databricks. Let me show you that again. Although we are focusing mainly on time travel, but there's some interesting stuff I can show you so that there is a difference between the Databricks and Fabric that should be highlighted. And you see this, it is saying true. Now the problem with Fabric is if I do this command before enabling it, it will not show you as false. So whatever is enabled by you, that will come. But if it's not enabled, that won't be visible as false. Again, a constraint in Fabric. But in Databricks, it will show you everything. When I'm comparing with Databricks, I don't mean that Fabric is bad, but it has its own limitation. It's a new product, so it will evolve and hopefully become much better in the future. For doing it in the SQL analytics endpoint is a bit tricky. So if I go to this and will again do the same thing. Okay, let me just go to here and schemas. So all delta tables will come here like this. And this is now SQL engine. So if I write a query, now text become different. How will I do time travel? But there is one more catch. So if I go here and say the bronze properties, no, I cannot use version in case the engine is SQL based. Okay, I cannot use. So I can only use timestamp, but you cannot use like timestamp as well. There is an option called option that I will use, and then I'll say for timestamp. This is how you will write, and then I will say that you can give date today. So when I mean time travel, you can also give date, okay? No need to give timestamp. But remember, it's a UTC format, so it will consider something what is there 0000 time, okay? Midnight, I mean. And then if I do like this, I will say 7, and if I give to date and just close it, let's see what will come. So you're getting a message, the object isn't version, so time travel isn't supported. Remove the query hint for timestamp or specify a version object. Now, why this error is coming, you have to find out. Again, it's a limitation in Fabric, but better you experiment this. Okay. But this will work fine if I go to warehouse. Let me show you that. So if I go to warehouse, okay, how to find it fast? You can choose the browse and sort on type. And if I go here down, then there is a warehouse I can use. So what I can do, I can create a new table here. Let me just say employee. Let's create fast, a very simple table. And I will say employee ID. Now remember guys, it's not Spark, right? There is no Spark engine here. So you cannot run describe history here. So I will just do like this, create a table, just will employee ID. And I will say insert into employee values because there's one column I can directly give like this. And if okay, let me just run a time travel. So what is the time now? Time is 11:40 p.m. Okay. So let's give in UTC, I will just say select star from. Uh, Now remember it's remain same like SQL analytics and points. So but the good thing is, in case of this editor, you can write multiple queries and you can select the part which you want to run, unlike Spark SQL one. Okay. Because this part. Oh, well, let me give some like this. Today it is 23, right? Now it will give error, but let's see that error as well. So select star from dbo.employee and I will give missed option. My bad. So we will say option for like this. Now it will work. If I run this, because we have not given any time, it will fail. The timestamp in the query is before the object was created. Specify a timestamp after the publication time. What is the time? Till millisecond you need to copy. Always remember this, guys. So if I give like this now, so it's 7. No, no. We have not copied this right one. I will just click Control C now and say like this. And if I run it, this part, because there is no data as of now, remember. Yeah, there is no data, but it's 340 and see. Yeah, you are getting this error now, right? 343. So the whole point is that you need to be careful about this. And if I insert a new row, okay, I've inserted. And if I do it again, so I will not see anything, but what is the time now? 11:43. So 22:43 because it's UTC. I will just say 43. And yeah, I guess it's fine because it's second only, right? Let's see what it will give. So when we give 22:43 before the current timestamp, the number is in future. Okay, we have given timestamp in future because it's still 22:43 and that gives 00. And now you get the data. But you cannot see like describe history. So we have seen how time travel works even in warehouse. Let's understand the key benefits of time travel. So first is stable reporting. It maintains consistency and accuracy of data over time. Now report most of the time it's batch ones and they're refreshed at certain frequency, maybe weekly, daily, depending on the needs. So when you do that reporting, there is a chance that refresh happened recently and people see different versions because there is some gap. With the help of time travel, you can query and just get everything clear. Audit and compliance. So in case of any major banks, trading companies or healthcare sector where there are lots of norms, there are lots of auditing happen, compliance is there. So you need to keep track of all the changes in the data. With the help of timetable becomes so easy now. Trend analysis, because you can query any version at any point of time, and that's a great way of even doing the trend analysis. So you can query past states and compare with the current state, right? ML reproducibility. So you can reproduce results from machine learning models because the time travel is enabled. Version comparison. So we can compare between different versions. I've shown you, right? Different versions got created. So we can compare version 4, version 5, version 6, version 7, whatever versions is created. And it's low cost too. Cross warehouse query. So if we have different warehouses and we want to write a query that span across multiple warehouses, you can easily write even in point in time. Like you can get the data on a previous state and compare for the previous state data. Everything is possible. And performance analysis, of course, if you want to analyze how performance changes over time, time travel helps even in that case. So We have understand today about time travel. We will keep on making interesting videos. Apologies, there has been a long gap because I was not well, but now we will post multiple videos soon. And please like and subscribe the channel that keep us further motivated. Let me know if you want any specific topic to be covered in Fabric. We will definitely consider that. Thank you so much and have a great day ahead.